Our message this Easter is the same as every Easter. It's the message of hope, of resurrection, of new life after death.
In Easter, we celebrate the first sacrament we receive. The main sacrament is baptism. And baptism recalls Easter. Why? Because in baptism, we believe. You die to yourself, that's going into the water, you bury yourself, and then you come out of the water renewed with new life. And actually, in the ceremony of Easter Vigil, we renew our baptismal vows, because Easter, everything that we do, even in the preparation for Easter, etc., is aimed at our commitment that we received in baptism. So, Easter is about death turning into life, sin being forgiven, the compassion of God being shown. Easter is about Jesus, really, basically, in one sentence. Jesus dying and suffering on our behalf so that our sins are forgiven. And he did that, so from death we get life. He died and he rose again. Basically, that's Easter.
Do you think that message can be transferred to today's life? Does the church do that successfully?
When I read about what's happening in certain places where people are suffering a lot, they are being killed, they don't have water, they don't have food, and there are different parts of the world where we have this. The message I get from the Catholic community, their leaders, the bishops, the cardinal, who is in charge of the Holy Land, for example, they all preach hope. They all say the day will come where all this will finish. And we hope that it will finish. We just pray. You have to have faith. We are living in a terrible world. It's all war and lack of peace. Easter is the opposite of that. It's anger and sin are subdued in order to have compassion and grace. Easter is about going from what is wrong to what is right, from death to life. That's basically Easter.
And how do you think that hope and joy of the resurrection can be shared to those who struggle to believe in a religion?
If you struggle to believe, it's a bit of a problem, because it's all a question of faith. When St. Paul wrote about this Easter, he said, if Easter did not occur, if Jesus did not rise from the dead, then our faith is useless. That's what he says. And a certain priest baron who writes about this said, if Christ did not rise again, every bishop, every priest, every Christian should pack their bags and do something else. You know, Easter is fundamental. And it gives us hope. I know in suffering it's very difficult, but you have to live in hope. You know that the Pope declared the Jubilee year of hope. Hope and faith are interlinked. You can't have one without the other.
There are a number of good books about that, where people who've started out skeptical have researched the facts and ended up believing that, yes, Jesus did rise from the dead on the first Easter day. All are welcome, yes. Even if you haven't been for 10 years, come again this Easter.